Welcome back to the channel. Diana Ross was more than a star, she was the voice that defined a generation, the face that inspired countless dreams. Rising from the modest confines of Detroit's housing projects to become one of the most glamorous and celebrated performers in the world, Diana seemed destined for greatness. Yet beneath the glittering sequins and dazzling spotlight, a series of betrayals were unfolding that would fracture friendships, dismantle a legendary group, and leave wounds that never fully healed. The story of Diana Ross and the Supremes is as dazzling as it is heartbreaking, revealing a truth far darker than the public ever imagined. Born in 1944 in Detroit's Brewster Douglas housing projects, Diana grew up in a large, hardworking family where ambition was prized above all else. As one of 6 children, she learned resilience early. In her teenage years, she formed a singing group with neighborhood friends Mary Wilson and Florence Ballard. Calling themselves the Primettes, they practiced tirelessly in basements, performed at school dances, and nurtured dreams of stardom. By 1961, they signed with Motown Records and became the Supremes. Interestingly, Diana was not initially the lead singer. Florence held that role. But Motown's Berry Gordy saw something in Diana, a star quality he believed he could shape, control, and ultimately turn into an empire. The breakthrough came in 1964 with the smash hit, Where Did Our Love Go? The Supremes became America's most successful group of the 1960s, scoring 12 #1 singles. But behind the matching dresses, perfect choreography, and polished smiles, tension was simmering. Berry Gordy was positioning Diana for solo superstardom, giving her more lead vocals and greater visibility. Meanwhile, Florence and Mary felt increasingly marginalized, relegated to background roles in the very group they had helped create. Florence, whose voice had once driven the group, struggled with alcohol and reliability issues, missing performances and rehearsals. By 1967, the unthinkable happened. Florence Ballard was fired. The woman who co-founded the Supremes was removed without ceremony, paid a minimal sum, and left behind to struggle alone. She would tragically die in poverty at the age of 32, a shadow of her former brilliance, while the weight of guilt lingered with Diana. The betrayal extended beyond the group itself. Diana's relationship with Berry Gordy was not only professional, it was intensely personal, complicated, and ultimately destructive. Berry, a married man, controlled Diana's career with an obsessive precision, shaping every detail of her life. When Diana finally left the Supremes in 1970 to pursue a solo career, the cost of ambition became painfully clear. Mary Wilson was devastated, and the group that had started as a trio of friends from Detroit became little more than a stepping stone for Diana's meteoric rise. The Supremes continued without her, but their magic was gone. Meanwhile, Diana soared, starring in Lady Sings the Blues, earning an Oscar nomination and cementing her status as a global icon. Yet the personal toll was undeniable. Former friends remained distant, and Mary Wilson later chronicled the sense of betrayal in bitter memoirs. Attempts at reunion were tense and awkward. In 2000, Diana performed with the Supremes on the Return to Love tour, but behind the scenes, the years of resentment were impossible to ignore. Diana Ross had achieved nearly everything she had dreamed of: fame, fortune, and worldwide recognition. But she had lost the people who had stood beside her from the very beginning. Today, she remains a legend, a survivor, and an icon. But her story serves as a reminder that triumph often comes at a price, that ambition can fracture even the strongest bonds, and that sometimes, in reaching for the stars, we leave behind what matters most: the sisters who believed in us first.